Welcome to your Barbados Today evening news update for Monday, March the 26th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. The community of Kingsland Christchurch is finding it hard to come to terms with the death of 31-year-old police constable Shane Welch. Welch's lifeless body was found outside his home by lawmen who were responding to a call about a domestic disturbance around 5:30 this morning. Barbados Today understands that a female police officer was at the center of the dispute involving Welch and another man believed to be her husband. Welch's close friends Stacey Blunt and Esther Lane told Barbados Today the young officer was respected and loved by all for his cool, polite, and friendly nature. They describe his death as senseless.
Shane was an excellent friend to my husband and my family. My girls totally loved him. As I said, he was their godfather. Their two are not taking it very well, but he was very pleasant, very mannerly. We only have very fond memories of Shane. He was extremely polite and a very, very, very good friend. Well, actually, I was in the shower, and it just left me numb. I really could not at first understand what I was being told because everything was just sketchy, and between sobs I had to try to decipher what the person was actually saying to me, and it's like it left you numb because imagine losing a child. That is the sort of effect it had on me and still has.
Okay.
This cold, chilling, this numbness.
Police are continuing their investigations into the matter. Meanwhile, staff and students of the Lawrence T. Gay Memorial Primary School shared fond memories as they reflected on the life of teacher Paula Corbin. Corbin was tragically killed in a road accident along the Adams section of the ABC Highway around 3 p.m. yesterday. Corbin, who was on sick leave, was scheduled to return to school today. Her colleagues describe her as a teacher who loved her job. Her close friend Lisa Phillips told Barbados Today she would be dearly missed.
She was a very friendly, pleasant. She used to listen to anything anybody has to say. She never put out anyone. We were very, very, very close. Whenever you can find me, you could go to her class and I would always be there. Every lunchtime we go to lunch together. If I'm not here, she will call the friend over here and she can bring in lunch for me. Or if she is out, she will do the same thing.
In other news now, luxury hotel Sandy Lane won a legal fight to have the local appeal court determine a suit filed by 3 of its former employees contesting their dismissal back in 2014. Today, the Caribbean Court of Justice ruled that the local court of appeal will have to hear the challenge. The CCJ ruled that it had no official power to hear the case concerning fired employees Juliana Cato, Wayne Johnson, and Charmaine Poyer. The fired Sandy Lane workers had challenged their dismissal in the magistrate's court on the basis that they were terminated without cause. That's the breach of the procedures outlined in their contract. The magistrate ruled on September 24, 2014, that the manner of their dismissal had in fact violated the terms of their contract. Immediately following the verdict, the hotel's attorney verbally informed the magistrate of its intention to appeal the decision and confirmed its decision in a letter to the magistrate on October 1, 2014, in which it also asked the court's reasons for its decision. When the matter came up for hearing before the Court of Appeal, it questioned whether it could hear the matters since the appeals were not filed within 7 days from the date of the magistrate's judgment, as is required by the Magistrates Court Act. But Sandy Lane argued that the appeal was filed in time since the applicable rules governing appeals to the Court of Appeal are found in the Civil Procedure Rules, which provide for a time limit of 28 days of appeal. It was also argued that it had given verbal and written notices within the 7-day period, which would have satisfied the time limit under the Magistrates Court Act. Now today, the CCJ ruled that the Sandy Lane had in fact complied with the notice requirements under the Magistrates Court Act. In other news now, the St. Michael West Central MP James Paul says Barbados is ready for a female Prime Minister, but he insists that that woman must be of the highest caliber. Addressing the DLP's St. Michael Northeast branch meeting last evening, Paul told party faithful he had no problem with a woman holding the reins of leadership, but he made it clear that Barbados must not be told by anyone when it should or should not have a female leader.
We have Barbadians who have another objective, but look at you and tolerate that kind of disrespectful behavior from diplomats. No. We might be small, but we are not in anybody's hip pocket to be told what to do. Keep your mouth out of our election. Right. And I want to say this, I support the day when you see a woman prime minister. A woman prime minister who exemplifies the best. And I want to say this, who exemplifies the best of Barbadian womanhood. I have a daughter, I have a wife, and I have a granddaughter. And I want the best for them. So I don't mind these people talking nonsense, because when you say about these things, they come and talk when you have something. I have no problem with women. My mother was a woman, good woman too. And I have sisters who are women. So I have no difficulty with that. But do not come down here as no diplomat, trying to get on as if you are so enlightened and you can tell us down here what to do. Keep your mouth out of our business.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
I'm Professor Andrew Rose, the Central Bank of Barbados' 2018 Distinguished Visiting Fellow, and I'm delighted to be absorbing your beautiful island. Over the next few days, I'll meet and chat with different groups, and on Tuesday, March 27th from 8:30 p.m., I invite you to converse with me and Julian Rogers on the topic, Looking Forward, how can Caribbean nations respond to global developments, of which there are many. The conversation takes place live on CBC TV8, VOB 92.9, CBC 94.7, CMC member stations across the Caribbean, and on www.centralbank.org.bb and Facebook. It's an occasion that you should not miss. Tune in.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The Grenadian Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell wants his countrymen to reopen dialogue on the Caribbean Court of Justice less than 2 years after voters rejected the regional court as the island's final court of appeal. Speaking at the swearing-in ceremony for his new cabinet following his new National Party's sweep of all 15 seats in the general elections on March the 13th, Mitchell stressed the issue is important to the island's independence and national identity. Back in November 2016, Grenadians voted against the CCJ by a margin of over 9,000 votes in favor of the move to more than 12,000 votes against. Further afield, the White House has denied allegations that Donald Trump had an affair with an adult film actress. Stormy Daniels gave details about the alleged 2006 affair during an interview on CBS News' 60 Minutes program. She said she had accepted $130,000 in hush money from Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, just before the 2016 election because she was concerned for the safety of her family and claimed that she was threatened by a stranger in a car park in 2011 to leave Trump alone. White House Deputy Press Secretary Raj Shah soundly denied the claims today.
The president strongly, clearly, and has consistently denied these underlying claims, and the only person who's been inconsistent is the one making the claims.
Was the president aware of a physical threat made against Ms. Daniels when she was with her daughter back in 2011?
Well, the president doesn't believe that any of the claims that Ms. Daniels made last night in the interview are accurate.
He doesn't believe she was threatened?
No, he does not.
What's his basis for that, Raj?
Sorry?
What's his basis for that?
Well, he just doesn't believe that, there's nothing to corroborate her claim.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.